gonna make some sushi today. And this time I'm making it with riced cauliflower instead of regular rice. It's a way to kind of get your sushi in without quite so many calories. Now what I did to make this cauliflower rice sticky like this is I made up a batch of my cashew cheese. And I just put a tablespoon of that in with my cooked cauliflower after it had cooled off a little bit, and just stirred that all together so it makes it just a little bit sticky. And then what I have here for fillings is some celery. And then I have some carrots. I want it to be really colorful. Put a few more celeries on there. I dice my celeries up instead of leaving those in strips because it really grosses me out when I bite into a stick of celery and you get those strings. Oh, I hate those strings. I would say about 1/4 of an avocado in each one. And then you're just going to take it and you're just going to roll it up like a burrito. It does not have to be perfect, but once you do it a few times, you'll really get the hang of it. And then keep a little thing of water beside you to moisten that last edge, and just kind of keep them firm as you roll them up. First one's done, simple as that. You're just going to set it aside. And move on to your next one. And sometimes one side is a lot duller than the other. These sides are both kind of shiny, so I'm not sure it really matters too much. I like to keep those lines going this direction, and I spread out my things this way. And that, if you can see those lines when you're all done, it makes it cut a little bit easier if you can cut on those lines. The last time I made a video making these, I used brown rice, and I wasn't too happy with the way they stuck together. But these are really sticking together very well. I think I'm just going to make a big third one instead of trying to get 4 out of this. You want to try to get it as close to those edges as you can, otherwise that last piece on the end is going to feel kind of empty. Let's see if I can actually roll up this big boy. Oh yeah. When I first started making sushi, I bought one of those little rollers, and then I bought the bamboo mat. But after a while, you get the hang of it, and you'll find you don't need any of that. Just do it the old-fashioned way, by hand. Okay, and I'm just going to put those in the refrigerator, for about a half hour, and it'll really soften that nori shell, and then we'll slice them up. Okay, they're ready to eat. Let's just slice these babies up. Hopefully they will slice up good for me. Yeah, once they have been in the refrigerator, these actually have been in there for about 45 minutes. And the nori is now nice and soft. If you eat that too soon before they soften, it's kind of a crunchy wrap and it's kind of gross. Anyway, let's watch. Now what I recommend doing when you're ready to slice up your sushi, just keep a glass of water, a tall glass of water beside you, and you're just going to take your knife, make sure it's a pretty sharp knife, and just dip it right into that water. And then I always start right in the center of the sushi. I'm just going to cut right through that. And then depending on how big you like your sushi slices, you go from there. Just be sure and dip that knife like I did not do, because if you don't do that, it's going to rip the nori. They're not going to look perfect, but they're going to taste good. And as you cut them, you just want to put them on your plate. Aren't they pretty? I think that orange carrot just really makes them look extra special pretty. The two end ones, I like to leave, I don't try to cut those all perfect, and I'll show you why, what I do. I just take those and I sit them up like that. And I especially like it when they have the little bits popping out of it, so it looks decorative. And I'll put those on each side of the plate. I'm going to save that big boy for dinner. I'm just going to eat the two smaller ones for my lunch today. And, you know, sometimes I don't even cut them. I'll just eat them like a burrito. Now this is more of a low carb type of sushi. If you are eating a high carb, low fat diet, you can easily make these that way. You can either just use regular rice, and then for your filling, instead of avocado, I would suggest a cooked sweet potato in thin slices. That is really good in sushi. So, you know, it just depends what you're doing. If you're not following any particular way of eating, I'd say try it this way. I think you might really like it. And there's my two decorative pieces. This is just a little wasabi I mixed up. I like just a little pinch of wasabi. So I will just take that and put that over here on the side of my plate. And this is just the powder version. All you have to do is add a little water to it, and it's really good. Be careful with the kind that you buy in a tube. I discovered that the hard way, that some of that has egg in it. And then I just like to have a low sodium soy sauce to dip it in. But it doesn't matter how pretty it is, does it? Let's just see how it tastes. Although before I dig in, would you look at that plate? Isn't that glorious? Oh my God, I just love sushi. I'll just take one one of these little pieces. I'm just going to put just a little dollop of that wasabi. A little bit of that goes a really long way. And then I don't use chopsticks. I do it the old-fashioned American way and just use my fingers. And just dip that in a little bit of soy sauce. So good. Give it a try. See you next time.